With his deep-set eyes and large head, accentuated by a mane of hair, the Chow Chow, or simply Chow for short, is an impressive-looking dog. His looks might make you think he's mean or ill-tempered, but a well-bred and well-raised Chow isn't aggressive at all. Instead, it's said that the Chow combines the nobility of a lion, the drooliness of a panda, the appeal of a teddy bear, and the grace and independence of a cat, and the loyalty and devotion of a dog. He's also dignified and aloof, as befits a breed that was once kept in imperial Chinese kennels. He's not really fond of being hugged or fussed over, but he'll be a quiet, attentive companion to his favorite person, and his loyalty also extends to other family members. The breed's most memorable physical feature may be his blue-black tongue. According to Chinese legend, the tongue got its blue hue at the time of creation when a Chow licked up drops of the color as the sky was being painted. He also stands out for his almost straight rear legs, which give him a stiff, choppy or stilted gait. He's not speedy, so he's not the best choice for a jogger, but he has excellent endurance and can be a very good walking companion. When it comes to training, a verbal correction is usually all that's required to set the Chow Chow straight. No dog should ever be hit, but it's especially counterproductive with this breed. The fiercely proud and independent Chow will never respond to physical abuse, but earn his respect with firm consistency, and you won't have any problem training him. If you admire the Chow Chow's unique appearance and independent spirit, you'll have a fiercely loyal companion who will be a true treasure in your household. The typical Chow Chow stands 17 to 20 inches tall at the shoulder and weighs between 40 to 70 pounds. Despite his scowl, a good Chow should never be aggressive or shy. Chows tend to mind their own business and don't usually start trouble. They'll play with their people, but strangers are of no interest to them unless they're approaching the Chow's home without invitation from his owner, in which case he'll challenge the trespasser. He will, however, let strangers touch him if introduced by one of his owners. Before we continue, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, as it would mean a lot. Thanks. A Chow Chow must be extensively socialized, introduced to new people, dogs, and situations as a puppy if he's going to be safe and relaxed as an adult. Chow Chows are generally healthy, but like all breeds are prone to certain health conditions. While not all Chows will get any or all of these diseases, it's important to be aware of them if you're considering this breed. Chows can also adapt to a variety of homes, from palaces to apartments, but they should always live indoors with their people, not stuck out in a backyard or kennel. They don't tolerate heat well, so keep them indoors when the weather is hot. Like any other dog, an adult Chow Chow needs daily exercise to stay healthy and happy, but not much. He'll be satisfied with a couple of 15-minute walks daily or one longer walk. A Chow Chow is a homebody who's not prone to wandering, but you'll still want a secure fence if you've got a yard. It will protect him from traffic and prevent strangers from approaching him when you're not around to supervise. Chows are easily house trained, but crate training is strongly recommended. Crates make house training easier and keep your Chow from chewing things while you're away. The crate is a tool, not a jail, however, so don't keep your Chow locked up in it for long periods of time. The best place for a Chow is with you. Chows are more capable of learning anything you can teach, and a verbal correction is usually all that's required to set them straight. Earn his respect in puppyhood with firm consistency, and you won't have any problem training him. But if you let the cute pup have his way all the time and then try to train him, you're sure to face problems. How much your dog eats depends on his size, age, build, metabolism, and activity level. Dogs are individuals, and just like people, they don't all need the same amount of food. It almost goes without saying that a highly active dog will need more than a couch potato dog. The quality of the dog food you buy also makes a huge difference. The better the dog food, the further it will go towards nourishing your dog, and the less of it you'll need to shake into your dog's bowl. Keep your Chow in good shape by measuring his food and feeding him twice a day, rather than leaving the food out all the time. Chows can have two coat types, rough and smooth. The rough coat, which is what most people are used to seeing, is thick and abundant, standing out from the body like a parka. Beneath that outer coat lies a soft, thick, woolly undercoat. If you're buying a puppy, don't be roped into paying more for so-called rare or exotic colors. Some breeders describe their dog's color as champagne, silver, chocolate, or white, but these are just fancy names for the regular colors. There's no need to pay a premium for them, and reputable breeders won't even try to charge you for one. Expect to brush your Chow Chow 3 times a week to keep the coat in good condition and to keep loose hair from landing on your clothes and furniture. Chow Chows are heavy seasonal shedders, and the coat requires extra attention at that time. When they're raised with children, Chow Chows can do well with them, but they're not a rough and tumble dog that will tolerate a lot of abuse from a young child. Chows do best in families with older children who understand how to treat a dog. As with any dog, always teach children how to approach and touch dogs, and supervise any interaction between dogs and young children to prevent any biting or ear or tail pulling from either party. Chows who are socialized and trained well can get along well with other dogs and cats, especially if they're introduced to them in puppyhood. They do best, however, with the dogs of the opposite sex, as they may fight dogs of the same sex. Alright guys, what do you think about the Chow Chow? Tell me down in the comments.